Now he wants to run around and call them a so that he get sympathy, clicks, likes, and views. What you're doing, even if I agree, if I don't agree, I know you stand in integrity. I know you're gonna come with the receipts. You're gonna map out your thought process. You know what I'm saying? Present your facts how you see them.
eBlack, you got some explaining to do.
Can you hear me? So, like I said, I consume your content. Like I said, ain't no hard feelings. I've told you this personally. I respect you as a person who I can agree to disagree with. I ain't never gonna ask you to do nothing I never wouldn't ask a personal friend to do. Like I said, if I'm not being sincere enough, let me reiterate again. I apologize because I did not mean to validate somebody dissing you, knowing that I have a good relationship with you. But I just want you to understand that from my position, it was hell of a hard position to be in, given the fact that we were all talking about a situation that we're all involved in. And I apologize if I fucked up, because I should know, but I really do apologize, because like I said, I understand the scenario. I understand the situation.
But you don't have to be like, yeah, and join in and agree and allow him to build a level of validity off of the people that I surround myself and create content with. Because then it looks like, oh, what he's saying is actually true. This nigga's out here just farming bullshit and making up stories and trying to use things on people arbitrarily. It's like that. You can see how that destroys brands while we're out here trying to build brands and work collaboratively. It's like, I'll be definitely held accountable for the shit that I actually do. But come on, man, we're not gonna throw dirt.
But me saying, look, if it looked crazy and I apologize, that's not me holding myself accountable.
I don't see us aligning content-wise when it comes to moving forward. And this is where with all the drama, with all the factions that you align with, I don't see that. I really don't. Like, I have no animus towards you.
I think it was.
But it's like the direction that I'm. Sorry.
I said, I think it was tough already on us, because essentially, like I said, I hung around with people that you directly don't like. You don't like Anton. I from afar fuck with Anton. You don't align with Angry Man. I fuck with Angry Man. You don't align with Fatty. So it's already a tough scenario.
This is the problem, and the problem is where I'm trying to grow my platform and where I'm going in my content strategy. All this shit, to me, it's like it weighs my platform down with issues that is with other spaces that I'm not really involved in, and by proxy I'm kind of involved in.
Can you hear me?
We're putting you on probation.
It was a step past probation when I witnessed this. I'm like, I expect Fatty to shit all over my character, shit on my platform, say a bunch of untrue fuckery.
Lying, no good.
But then you had eBlack there the entire time throughout this panel, just shaking his head. Fatty's like, oh, these platforms just come for other folks' points and they don't stand on anything. They don't have their own points and their own talking points. And I'm like, eBlack, you were there on the panel. But it was disingenuous. You can always go back and look up the footage. You can't gaslight folks when everything is live on air. It's not beef with eBlack. I just don't align with eBlack. I went on a ledge many times, or off a ledge many times for eBlack on principle. One of the things that I speak on, one of the core things that I speak on, principles. I speak on principles, accountability, and standards all the goddamn time. And this motherfucker went there and allowed this guy to disparage my content and act like I stand for nothing. I have no message. Y'all just want to be intentionally dense and miss the damn message all the time. Actually, we ain't talking later, nigga. We ain't talking later. We talking now. Fuck that shit. eBlack, you got some explaining to do. eBlack has some explaining to do. Why were you sitting there silent, shaking your head when you were there on many, many occasions? Many conversations when Fatty's sitting there disparaging my content, which he's an enemy at this point, so he should be disparaging my content. But you're sitting there saying, yeah, there's no points. They stand on nothing. They have no content. Yeah. Are you muted? Goddamn.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you.
I think the issue is that there's a couple of people that are kind of mixed up. Moxy has a legit, or I don't want to say legitimate. Moxy has an issue with, per se, you and Angela. I particularly has an issue with Angela. Fatty has an issue with Angela and you. I have no issue with you. I've never. We've discussed it. It was, I can understand what you're saying.
Let me explain my issue with you right now. Because what I seen last night, I'm like, okay, you're doing you. All your issues, your Angela issues, that's your issues with Angela. You get on a platform as somebody that people know that you're on my platform, you're close to my brand. When Fatty says disparaging things about my content and you're there co-signing it, it gives it a level of validity to the comments because you're there, you're in-house, you're making content with us. It's like you really truly believe that shit while you're in here with us. It's like, what the fuck going on?
And I get that, but like I said, there's been times where you've talked about Angry Man. I was part of the Toxic Avengers. You talk about shit about Fatty. I can't police what you want to say out of your mouth. I understand how it looks. All I can say is my bad. Look, if you wanted me to speak up and say, well, everything you're saying is true, but leave LTTV out of it, I think that's
bro, what?
But I respect the fact that
wait. That's the deflection now? You're holding animus because I spoke shit about Angry Man?
No, what I'm saying is that you've done the exact same thing to me. You've talked shit about people.
No, it's not the same thing. If somebody was in my vicinity talking shit about eBlack, I'm not going to be sitting there saying, yeah, this is this eBlack's trash. Like, are you kidding me? I'm not going to say eBlack's platform doesn't stand for nothing. He doesn't have his own talking points. He's just this baseless reactor. It's just bullshit. He just doesn't do his homework. He's lazy, blah, blah, blah. And I'm going to be saying, yeah, that's true about eBlack. What the hell are we doing here? I was on your channel celebrating your whatever subscriber count you got.
2 years.
It's like, what do we, like...
Look, like I said, if Fatty has an issue, like I said, the intertwining issues were about Angela, from Fatty, was Angela and possibly you. I cannot police Fatty from saying fuck Angela and then at the exact same saying,
bro, you don't have to police.
But what am I supposed to do?
You don't have to do anything. You gotta sit there still like Grey Pill. When people are talking shit about people talk, you calling Grey Pill double AJ? Grey Pill will sit there like this. People will be talking shit, and the nigga will be on the panel just like, ain't nothing to do with me. It's like that's how you kind of stay neutral. You're sitting there like, yeah, and I agree. And it's like, what the hell? What part of the game is that? Like, it's not the same. You're doing that same shit where you're trying to be impartial, but then you did the same shit with Angela in the video. Then you're trying to make this false equivalent. Oh, she's on Simp God stuff. It's like, I thought then you guys want to try this shit where it's like, oh, we're friends when it's convenient to y'all, but we're not friends to expect anything from other folks. It makes no goddamn sense. Y'all expect friendship, but then you don't do friend-like things while we're doing friend-like things and being like, it makes no goddamn sense. Y'all got to get your shit together when it comes to this whole we're not friends YouTube shit, because really what it comes from an Anton Daniels Angry Man type wing of content where they actually make friends. They have meetups. They have this shit. They work collaboratively together, and then they keep people out of their group and say divide and conquer. Nobody's friends in this shit. YouTube, you friends? You're YouTube friends? What the hell? You guys are delusional. It's like y'all know what the fuck y'all are doing, and you're just an Angry Man underling the same way Anton or Fatty is an Anton underling. Like, what are we doing out here?
Like I said, man. If you wanted me to, let me be real. If you wanted me to defend you, I apologize for not defending you.
I didn't want you to defend me.
But basically, all I'm saying is that given the context of the conversation, it was about Angela and Moxy, or I'm sorry, Fatty and Moxy having direct issues with Angela and you. My issue is directly related to Angela. I never spoke up. I might be agreeing. I don't know, man. Look, I hate for petty ass bullshit like that. And I get it. But like I said, you got to take it. I want you to understand from the sincerity of my heart, I don't necessarily agree with the issues that you and Fatty got going on. Whatever you and Moxy got going on, that's between y'all. But at the same time, if we're having a group discussion, we're throwing slugs at certain shit, and you got hit, I apologize because I should have, I guess, stood in front of the bullet and
Definitely
said,
not.
LG.
Definitely not.
But you gotta give me, you gotta give me a grace as a human fucking being to understand what's really going on and to be like, you know what? They're talking about some stuff that kind of correlates, and it's just, like, you gotta give me that respect. If you think I'm just some type of android to where, or some type of person to where I'm just supposed to be like, oh, they're talking about LTT. Like that type of level of expectation.
Yo,
It's
the
just
eBlack,
not-
you're being disingenuous. I just said don't participate. I didn't say you have to. Then this is the first thing you did. You made a false equivalent to try to deflect and have this whataboutism. You do this too, gaslighting behavior type shit. First of all, hold up. Then secondly, this is what you did. Oh shit, my bad. Give me a second. I have a super chat. Who do we got here? We got Armani with the $20 super chat. Shit, where are my drops at? I'm dusting it up today. Hold up, y'all. Where is this?
I'm getting rich.
Armani says, eBlack, that was very weak as a black man. Where's your moral compass pointing? You flip-flopping right this damn second. That's what Armani said with the $20 super chat. See,
how am I flip-flopping? I don't have an issue with LTTV. LTTV has personally called me out about how he feels about the situation. He thinks I'm wrong. I respect him to say that.
My point is you constantly deflect with false equivalence and you don't take accountability for what you did. The thing is, then you try to make these extremes. I don't expect you to defend me when Fatty's shitting on me because, that's what Fatty's meant to do. You don't fuck with me like that, I don't fuck with him. He's gonna talk his shit. I don't expect you to defend. I don't expect you to join in. It's like you can just be non-partial. You can sit there. You don't have to be a goddamn android. I wasn't saying, I was making that example. I was being a little hyperbolic with the gray pill just sitting there not doing anything. But you don't have to be like, yeah, and join in and agree and allow him to build a level of validity off of the people that I surround myself and create content with. Because then it looks like, oh, what he's saying is actually true. This nigga's out here just farming bullshit and making up stories and trying to use things on people arbitrarily. It's like that. You can see how that destroys brands while we're out here trying to build brands and work collaboratively. It's like, I'll be definitely held accountable for the shit that I actually do. But come on, man, we're not gonna throw dirt.
But me saying, look, if it looked crazy and I apologize, that's not me holding myself accountable. That's not me saying, you know what, based on the situation, I hope you understand my standpoint.
It was the deflections that precede that.
I apologize if I fucked up, and I apologize if I fucked up because I should know. But I really do apologize because, like I said, I understand the scenario, I understand the situation, and I take accountability if, based on the situation, it seems like we're all three of us are dogpiling you. Whatever the issue between y'all is, whatever y'all issue. I really don't care. I really don't even care about the Angela situation, but I got brought into it because of a comment. But this is, like I'm saying, as a man and as a person who you, like I said, are we going to consider this something that's unredeemable? Like, we should be man enough to say, like I said, when you comment in there and say, yo, this is looking bad for you, eBlack, I don't agree with you, eBlack. As a man, I have to take it in as your opinion, the way that you move, the way that you are. I should be expected to say the exact same shit. Like, okay, I apologize. I don't agree. We should agree to disagree. I'm fine with like I said, if I'm not being sincere enough, let me reiterate again. I apologize because I did not mean to validate somebody dissing you, knowing that I have a good relationship with you. But I just want you to understand that from my position, it was hell of a hard position to be in, given the fact that we were all talking about a situation that we're all involved in.
I get it. I accept the apology. After the deflections that preceded the apology, nonetheless, that's inconsequential at this point. You made the apology. I accept the apology, but this is the thing. I don't see us aligning content-wise when it comes to moving forward. And this is where, with all the drama, with all the factions that you align with, I don't see that. I really don't. Like, I have no animus towards you.
I think it was.
But it's like the direction that I'm. Sorry?
I said I think it was tough already on us because essentially, like I said, I hung around with people that you directly don't like. You don't like Anton. I I from afar fuck with Anton. You don't align with Angry Man. I fuck with Angry Man. You don't align with Fatty. So it's already a tough scenario.
This is the problem, and the problem is where I'm trying to grow my platform and where I'm going in this in my content strategy. All this shit, it's to me, it's like it weighs my platform down with issues that is with other spaces that I'm not really involved in, and by proxy, I'm kind of involved in. It's just like at this point, this is the thing too. The clout chasing thing, that's what bothered me too. Because you're like, Fatty's like, LTTV is a clout chaser, he's X, Y, and Z. If I was a clout chaser, I would have never allowed Angela to do what she did to Angry Man. I would have squatted up and took Angry Man's side. I would have looked at those 500,000 subscribers. I would have went over to his channel when he was doing the following to try to pillage some of his fan base. I would have moved a lot differently than a lot of the things that occurred when people try to use this clout chaser bullshit. They try to say, I'm siding with Angela because she has 20,000 subscribers or blah, blah, blah. She's the bigger channel. Meanwhile, you guys also say that her channel's dead. It doesn't do many live views and she's starting a new one. So where would the incentive for that be? Angela's moving out of drama. I'm going to still cover celebrity gossip, celebrity drama, celebrity fuck shit. I'm still going to be in the drama world. She's going that way. I don't know if we have any collaborations in the near future. Angela, to me, is a good person. She has a good team over there, a good staff over there. So it's like, I don't know, man. I look at some of those points, but nonetheless, I think that it doesn't have to be smoke, but when I already moved out of the Discord. I left your Discord. I removed you from my Discord. But it's like, I don't think that this work relationship is, I don't know. I don't think it's good for either of us at this point. I think we can just go our own ways and make our own material. It's not a big deal type shit. It doesn't have to be smoke. I don't have to cook your platform and go in on you 24/7. But
and like I said, that's the disappointing thing because like I said, I don't really think you had anything to do with this, in my opinion. I think we're just all collateral to the larger situation where it's really about Moxy versus Neve.
I see this perpetually happening. Did you hear me earlier in my platform when I was calling you out of your name?
Yeah.
So it's like
I watched the whole thing.
Exactly. So when I see things like this, I'm like, this is going to be a perpetual problem. This is not going to be a one-off. We can just try to smooth this over. This is going to be an issue with everybody on that wing. And it's like, you might as well just nip this in the bud now.
Yeah, and that's the but I just want you to understand that not everybody agrees with me, but just like not everybody agrees with me, not everybody agrees with the way Angela's handling it. Yeah. And I think you have to be fair to call it down the line. People are looking at it, and sometimes our reputations are on the line to where it's like, call it fair. Call it fair for what it is.
The problem is people are misrepresenting my issue with Moxy and misrepresenting Angela's issue with Moxy. Folks are actually acting like the video, the things in the video, the substance in the video actually offends either of us. We don't give a fuck about none of that shit. As far as I'm concerned, that shit was a 2-pack of ass. That shit stinks. What the fuck are we talking about? But the mere fact that you used us and you grifted us and you acted like you were doing something different and you're being duplicitous in this fan's face while you're dancing in our face is very disrespectful. And I hope that Moxy finds a home of content creators to work with, and I hope y'all enjoy working with Moxy and y'all have a great career working with Moxy, because I don't want none of that headache, man.
Yeah, and let's be, but like I said, man, it's not, this shouldn't be a situation to where we're picking sides. It shouldn't be, but obviously when people want us to pick sides, it's fair. Just say that it's fair.
It's, to me, it's not.
You value. Just say it's fair. You value working with Angela.
It's not a more. It's not a side
more than the situation than working with somebody else.
eBlack, I've worked with you far longer than I've worked with Angela. Our collabs, we've had so many collabs. It's I don't know, man. It's different. So it's like it's not like I prefer working with you more than Angela, working with Angela more than you. I've worked with you a lot more. We've had more collabs. The friendship to honor would be your friendship to honor more than hers, actually. It's longer spanning. We've done more collabs. We've done more work together. But when it comes down to it, the long term, where my platform's going, I see this all being a detrimental hamster wheel that I get stuck in this crowd on YouTube where it's like my numbers might be seeming high for a little bit, but it's the same 300 folks that run in that same circle. Like I'm trying to move in a different direction. And it seems like when you get into a certain space on YouTube, everybody wants you to join the group, but you get stuck in that group. Nobody really ascends. Nobody really takes this shit seriously. Folks are constantly clowning folks that take this as a full occupation. Meanwhile, there's bags on the other side. I'm an entrepreneur and a YouTuber, so there's more to my business outside of the YouTube live streaming channel content. There's the podcast. There's the whole films part of the videography that we do. It's like I'm an entrepreneur at the end of the day. I work for myself, so I value the platform. I already lost the platform at 11,000 subscribers. I'm not trying to fuck up and do some petty shit. You know what I mean? So it's like, even Moxy, when it comes to the Moxy situation, there's so much more, but I'm like, yeah, it's not even worth it. Let's just leave it alone. Y'all can enjoy your career. I don't need to work with y'all type shit. Oh shit. Okay. We got another super chat from Team Fatty. Shout out to Team Fatty with the $5 super chat. Team Fatty says, "Hey LT, what do you think about Angela?" Oh shit, hold up. What do you think about what Angela said about eBlack's wife? How about Moxy docs Angela, by the way? Moxy, yeah, that's the part that you fucked up in the video. Moxy didn't dox Angela. We never said Moxy doxed Angela. Moxy was threatening to dox somebody within the Discord. Not dox somebody within the Discord. React to a video in which somebody in the Discord was being doxxed. That was a different situation. She never doxed Angela in that video. The way
Grey Pill's running around saying that Angela doxed her. Or Moxy doxed Angela.
Y'all got to bring that up with Grey Pill because I didn't say that. This is the thing. The way Angela spoke about your wife, I would not stand behind that. I wouldn't commend the way she spoke about your wife. But you also brought up her husband, and you brought up stuff from within the video and used it against her. So I looked at that as y'all were both being foul, and that's mutual combat. I'm not gonna hold anything against somebody in mutual combat. You guys both crossed lines, and I'm like, yo, that was a foul moment. Do we need to react to that? Do y'all see that? Y'all in the chat, did y'all see that?
Please don't react to that bullshit. Burn the tape.
So it's like, I don't know, man.
Yeah, I get it. And like I said, I just hope I hope it didn't have to come to this. But like I said, I get it. I realize that in these YouTube streets, people have to move in a way. You have to protect your brand. I just hope that you're not doing it basically because you feel as if it's a better option, which is fine. If it's a better option, that's fine.
I don't know what you're talking about as doing what.
All I'm saying is if Angela then has another epiphany that she wants to go red pill, and then now you're supporting a red pillar, or whatever stuff that she does, and you left a lot of people who were actually supporting you. I'm not leaving. I just don't want you to be like that. I just don't want it to be like that. You feel me?
Hold up, because you're making it like I'm choosing Angela over. Like for me, it's kind of weird. I'm like, what are you kind of saying right now? Because I'm like, me and Angela have no plans to work together in the near future.
In my opinion, you're choosing Angela.
I'm choosing Angela. This was not about Angela. This was about the situation you had with Fatty. I felt like you got too wrapped up in your emotions when it came to the situation with Angela, Moxy, and whatever was going on, to the point where it's like you didn't give a fuck about whatever the fuck happened to my platform in that moment as Fatty was cooking the shit out of me. So it was like, at that point, it's like if you're going to traverse these streets and we have issues at some point in time and you get to the point where it's like you're kind of in your feelings, where it's like you're co-signing things because it's like, fuck this guy at this point. It's like, I don't want that type of shit being detrimental to my platform. I don't think you understand. We've done a lot of collabs. There's a lot of you associate a lot of validity to your comments, or you have a lot of validity to your comments when associating with a platform like mine, and then somebody's disparaging it. People will see that as like, yo, he's in-house, he knows, he's there. This is facts. I appreciate you running it back and pretty much saying, no, you're not co-signing that, and you apologize. But at the same time, these things are out there. His video has more views, and it's gonna have more views than this. This ain't catching it. So it's like you can't catch up to the story sometimes. What do we do about that?
Yeah. All right, man. Look, I get it, man. But like I said, ain't no hard feelings. I've told you this personally. I respect you as a person who I can agree to disagree with. I ain't never gonna ask you to do nothing I never wouldn't ask a personal friend to do. Also, like I said, I'm a fan. I consume your content just as much as I don't look at you as a person who I want to compete with. I watch your content. It is what it is, but like I said, I'm disappointed. I'm just the way that I feel right now. I'm like, okay, bro. Like,
I actually don't like to make sporadic decisions on things like this. The whole thing was a whole Discord. I wanted to disconnect from that side of things. I didn't have any plans to disconnect and not do content, but I was very disappointed in the way you were deflecting and trying to make false equivalences and being mad at me and holding up things from Angry Man. You spoke about this way for Angry Man, and it's like that wasn't about you. It seemed like at that point I was like, this is going to persist. So at this point, I think it's good to keep it here. Maybe in the future we revise the situation, we go over it, but at this moment it's cool.
Yeah, and like I said, the equivalency with Angry Man is this. Me and Angry Man have talked. I've said, yo, Angry Man, I'm on this channel. If I'm in a fight club, if I'm on different spaces and somebody's talking shit and I don't speak up about it, look, bro, you understand what's going on. You understand that you're the easier target to hit or whatever the conversation may be. And and he's like, and you know what he said? He's like, man, I don't care about that shit. Because he knows that basically that's what it is. People gonna talk their shit, and just because you're not jumping up in front of somebody saying yo and doing it all the time, that's how it is.
Bro, you gotta stop doing that. I said I didn't say you had to defend anything. It's just not agreeing with it and going on with it. The whole thing is, and that's the reason why I need to disassociate with certain things in that other wing of YouTube, because it's like y'all play with y'all image and your shit like that. I don't really play the same way. I take things a little more serious in that regard. Like I make jokes and I'm facetious sometimes on the podcast, but it's not like I really take when I'm actually making serious points. I don't take that for a joke. I don't think that this media shit is a joke. I don't think it's all high schooly fun bullshit community. I don't look at it that way. I look at it as this is content. This is a message that we need to get out on various topics as they come up. If a celebrity news article comes up and we're dealing with an issue, we can expound. We could basically extrapolate that issue and talk about larger matters from that issue, but we can get points across, getting the most views from those issues. It's like that's what I'm not really trying to do that high schooly shit where it's like folks are kind of like, who is this guy really? Is this a brand to be taken serious? Is this someone like I don't want to, you know what I mean? It's like this is kind of what Kevin Samuels was talking about when he was talking about protecting the black male image. And when I was looking at the black male image through Kevin Samuels' eyes and I was seeing the way people were protecting the black male image, it was all, let's put a blanket over this. It's like, oh, this is messy, let's hide this shit. Oh, black women, shut the hell up, we don't want to hear that. You're putting a light on it. That's what I seen going on following those conversations. But for me, I'm looking at it, it's like, yo, we gotta live up to this standard, uphold this standard, and if we fail, we try again to reach that goddamn standard and uphold it. But it's like, we actually have to be the standard, so when the lights are shined on us, we're reaching this, we're meeting the standard. We can't really create a new image if we're not actually living up to a goddamn standard. So I'm seeing the standards fall through to the ground on my channel, and I have to make some moves. And it's not about choosing Angela because I have no collabs lined up with Angela. I don't know what her content strategy is. I don't know what direction she's going in. My channel is way more drama filled, so I don't foresee that in the near future. But it's like Angela's a cool person, and people are like, how am I saying Angela's a good person? Angela's the type of person that will be vulnerable, be open, she just, I don't know, man. This is not a PR thing for Angela right now, but I don't think that she's a piece of shit the way some of these folks are in these streets that backstab. So it's like she doesn't get certain things the same way you may look at it when it comes to the Daryl Long situation, and she should have moved out from that. But everybody maneuvers different based on their disposition.
Yeah, I think I'll say this. The way people move, believe them. You know what I mean? And I'm the same way. I'm just being honest with you.
Yeah.
I'm just being real with you. Believe them.
Bro, you like 16-year-old girls. I don't want to talk to you.
That's fine.
Hey, Lee, they tried to kill me
You
over
like
you,
16-year-old
Lee.
girls, bro. I'm not talking to you after that conversation. Matter of fact, you like 12-year-old girls.
I don't share spaces with pedophiles. I'll talk to y'all later.
So they're marrying at 12, like 20-year-olds with 12-year-olds.
Because they all predators. Because they all predators.
I do believe Fatty, if the legal age of consent was 12, he definitely entertained it.
But I believe that in those cultures, those men are predators.
But for the record, if she's 16 and she's legal, yeah, I'll marry her. What's your next question?
You will. So
wait. As well, hold on. She's legal.
Let me explain this one more time. Oh, it was a joke, but let me explain the rationalization. Let me explain the argument and the debate we were having. But it was also a joke. Make it make sense.
No, like that's like me. That's like us just saying, "Hey, all of y'all are rapists until you prove you're not." Somebody on him is a rapist.
How come he did not run the other scenario? If someone gets proven that, you just keep them because that's what it seems like. Y'all knew about this from what, late 2022? Aaron O said it chest out. You know what? I'm gonna stop talking. Let's get to the goddamn footage.
Do you get what I'm Reaper? Do you understand what I'm saying?
I understand, Ali. That is not my point.
Someone even said it about Aaron, and someone asks him a question, he does not have to answer it. He has to say nothing about it.
Ali,
you know what I'm saying?
That's not no. That's what Jay Prince was doing, which I disagree with.
No, I'm telling you. Do you understand what I'm telling you?
I understand what you're saying. That's not. Hold on, bro, Ali. That's not my point. That's not even my stance. That was Jay Prince's stance. My stance was I asked. He said something. Ali, hold on. He said something. Forget. Like me, he's that because that's what Jay Prince did, and that's stupid.
What did he say?
He said your man, Aaron O said something.
What did he say?
He did when he said, you know what, Jay Prince, if it was legal, I would marry a 6-year-old. He said that. So I asked him, yo, bro, can you clarify that, please? And if he said, he doesn't have to prove it to me. He has to say, oh, no, I was joking. Oh, no, Jay Prince is annoying me. I just want to get past the freaking topic. He was annoying me, blah, blah. That's all. And I was like, okay, I get it. And I would even give him the benefit of the doubt because Jay Prince is that type.
So you went to the extreme.
No, it was my extreme. All I did was ask him questions, bro.
The extreme is to not understand the nuance in that answer.
Shut your bitch ass up before I get to talking shit about you.
Now let's listen to the nuance in the answer. All right, folks, listen, prepare for the genius nuance in this answer for him to try to argue for being with a 16-year-old. This goddamn filthy piece of shit, man. This is pathetic out here.
What's the nuance in the answer?
The nuance in the answer is okay.
Because you were mad too. Because you were mad too. So now you were mad too. So what's the nuance in his answer if he doesn't clarify? What's the nuance in saying if 16 was legal, I would marry her? What's the nuance, my guy?
The nuance is proving the point, Reaper.
That's not the.
You asked me a question.
What?
You asked me.
No, I was asking eBlack.
You asked me. You asked me actually a question. No.
I'm sorry. I thought it was eBlack speaking. My bad.
Now, watch him explain the nuance in it. The man that was joking. Watch him explain the nuance in the rationalization of being with the 16-year-old. Here the mic is for you, sir. Here the mic. Let's go.
You're a victim. There we go, CSI.
Yep.
You're done.
Did you tell them about this, Fatty?
Did you tell the folks that? You bitch. Did you tell them? You fat piece of shit.
I apologize.
Did you tell them?
Go ahead.
No. You're asking what you're saying is basically what I was going to say.
Because the nuance is if it's legal, then yes. We were talking about what is your standard. Legal, right? Yeah, just because it's legal.
So Reaper, not only that, Reaper, it was not only
pedo child, and everybody was like, "Damn, like that's kind of I don't know." And Jay Prince turned around and he said, "Oh, that shit is a pedo. He likes kids." And we were like, "You see, that's the point."
Because
he's like,
Reaper,
just because it's legal. Yeah, just because it's legal.
So Reaper, not only that, Reaper, it was not only that, they were shedding a light on the double standard. If it was a younger boy dating an older woman, it would be no problem.
What?
Go to jail, you son of a bitch! All right, hold on, man. You go to jail!
The problem is if it's a younger woman, and what's the contradictory part about it is men say they like younger women, and women say they like older men. But when it's convenient to them to make men look bad, they go, "Oh, y'all just like young women." but women like older men. So if they like older men, they got to be younger to date the older men. It's the contradiction.
They're underage. They're underage. You can get a younger woman that's a woman, you son of a bitch. What's wrong with these fucking filthy pieces of shit? These dumbasses are making the dumbest arguments.
Now he wants to run around and call them a fucking pedo so that he get fucking sympathy, clicks, likes, and fucking views. What you're doing, even if I agree, if I don't agree, I know you stand in integrity. I know you're gonna come with the receipts. You're gonna map out your thought process. You know what I'm saying? Present your facts how you see them.